Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastors, the Getting Everyone to Know Ya edition, right?
From Nova and beyond.
And beyond. Today we have special guest, my brother, who also happens to be a Church of the Brethren pastor in Virginia, except we're at like opposite ends of the state. Andy's down in the Antioch Church of the Brethren in Rocky Mount, Virginia. Welcome, Andy.
Well, thank you. It's good to be a part of this esteemed production.
Right.
Yeah, we all got our coffee.
Yep. I
know
don't really drink coffee, but I have toffee M&Ms.
Coffee.
Yeah, it rhymes, so that means it's similar.
That's right.
I think I'd go for coffee M&Ms right now.
Sure. I'd go for M&Ms, period.
Yeah.
That's them. Good stuff.
Well, I know Andy is an avid viewer of Coffee with the Pastor, so he knows the
Long-time fan.
So, Andy, we got a few questions about your ministry and what you love.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit. What do you love about pastoral ministry?
Well, for me, being a pastor is kind of about being a conduit for whatever God is wanting to do among the people. And what I love to see most is when people have moments or gradual growth into understanding what God is doing in their lives, whether it's like an aha moment, like, oh, this makes sense now. I think maybe I actually felt the presence of God, or I'm feeling called, or, things are just falling into place. I love seeing when people grow and when people have these moments. And I especially like it if I feel like I was involved somehow, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Even though I know it's God doing the work instead of me. But those are really special.
That's cool. That's cool. Have you had any of those in the world of pandemic?
Yeah. In fact, I think sometimes we need things to be shaken up in our lives to become aware of new things, right? We get so used to our routines, and we just need things to be different. And then we begin to realize that, oh, God is still doing things, and maybe God's been doing things all along and I wasn't even aware of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they're happening left and right.
Cool. That's awesome. So you've been at Antioch for how long?
I'm in my 4th year.
Okay. 4th year?
Yep.
Now, I don't know that all of my people will know where Rocky Mount is. So tell them a little bit about where this is before we talk about your context.
Yeah, it's about half an hour south of Roanoke. So we're in Southwest Virginia, Virlinia District of the Church of the Brethren. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, right near the Parkway. We're a rural congregation, but we're also close enough to Roanoke to be involved in some of the opportunities that brings. Mm-hmm. So it's a good location.
Cool. So what's going on at Antioch that's especially exciting?
Especially exciting. Well, I would say, as you already mentioned, in time of pandemic, things are different for everybody, but we've been trying to adapt as best we can and offering more online opportunities, video opportunities. We've been having parking lot and lawn worship services every Sunday. So when the weather's nice, it's really cool to have folks, socially distanced family groups around the grassy area under the trees. And, it doesn't feel necessarily like, oh, we're doing this because it's we have to, it's a pandemic time, but it's almost like, oh, this is just cool to do anyway, like we're worshiping outside and God's creation and it's beautiful. And, what's there to complain about that, right?
Yeah.
So that's very exciting.
And you all are lucky. You have an absolutely gorgeous setting.
Yeah, I realize we are privileged in that respect.
Somebody needs the other avid viewers of Coffee with the Pastors need to just take a drive down into Rocky Mount, Callaway, and just admire.
Yeah. Take a day trip. Bring your mask. Check out the Parkway.
There you go. Cool.
Sure thing.
Well, I don't know if you are aware, but with our Coffee with the Pastors, we have a pop quiz.
Yeah, I was dreading this part of the broadcast. I'm a little nervous.
So this is the slightly heretical part of the interview with these pastor friends of ours. So we provide a theological term that you get to give us the definition for, okay?
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So your word, Andy, is neo-sacristhism. Neo-sacristhism.
I'm a little curious as to where you found that word. It's not a word that I would suspect coming from my brother's mouth.
It may have been in the restricted section.
Yeah, I would think so. Luckily, I have access to such lore, such dark knowledge, though I'm not a practitioner myself. Neo-sacristhism is a resurgence of the ancient religion from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away called the Sith Order. I don't know if you're familiar with, but it is the worship of the ancient Sith way, which is some would say a cult, but the religious system is quite developed, and there are followers today, and they intend to spread their dark rule across the worlds as we know them. And I know this may be very complicated to hear for some of you who have never heard of these things or never seen a Star Wars movie, but well, here, I'll show you. I have an artifact from the ancient Sith Empire.
Yeah, right.
I would encourage you not to don't be too surprised by this. There are powers in this world that we know not of, but we know that the power of Christ is far surpassing of anything else that has been developed. Nevertheless, this may be disturbing.
She says, uh-oh. Oh my. What is that?
What am I looking for?
Ah!
What?
Ah!
He's not a practitioner. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I don't know about that disclaimer. Book of the Sith.
What?
Well, this is one of the sacred texts of the Neo-Sith Order. I would not want to read it to you in the original Sith. The language itself is enough to drive us mad. But there are things told of in here that, let's just say, they would not fit in well with the study of the New Testament. So if you come across things like neo-sacristhism in your daily walk, beware. Go the other direction. Christ is the light. Stay in the light.
Can we just know, Andy, how you came across that relic there?
Well, it took many years of hunting, trying to unearth some of these secrets, as well as trying to combat this belief that power is the most important thing in the universe rather than love. Also, I found it on Amazon. It's a lot cheaper than on Barnes & Noble. So, to each his own.
That's right. That's right. Wow. I mean, that was a remarkable thing. I'm really glad that word came up at this moment.
Yeah.
It is.
You're the
It
right
is.
man for the job.
Yeah. Who would have known that we would have been interviewing someone that would be such a scholar
Mm-hmm.
in neo
Sometimes these coincidences are what happen, and the force of Christ works in mysterious ways.
That's right. Oh, well, thank you, Brother Andy. Nice to have you with us for Coffee with the Pastors.
Sure thing.
We'll catch you at the next family gathering.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.